So when did you all start the walking tours?
Kai and I have been doing the tours, if you want to say, on a regular basis now for, I don't know, 3-4 years. For a few years, there was a gap, and we picked it up again.
Okay, cool. I learned so much. I grew up in St. Pete. I'm a fourth-generation native, and I've heard a lot of these stories, maybe, but I've heard them in a very general, overview, and all the little details and stuff.
We do these every week during the season between October and April. Every week of the month is a different tour. When we have a fifth Saturday in a month, we do a special tour. The first Saturday of the month is our traditional tour. We do basically a figure eight downtown, and we talk about the historic districts. We have about 325 acres in the historic downtown area and 350 some structures. And then the second Saturday, we do our newest tour, which is the waterfront tour. And that's a real fun one. I like it a lot. We do our old history, and then we walk down by the waterfront. We talk about the buildings and how the ordinances have changed and allowed for improved architectural styles and more people-friendly environments for these buildings. And you can see it as we walk along. And then, of course, we talk about the waterfront, how it was established. We just celebrated our centennial of the waterfront park system last year. And then we come back, we go up to the north along the park system, then come south and finish up by where the market normally is, by Alang Stadium. The third one, which is today, we'll go into Old Northeast, get a little bit of the waterfront early history, and then we turn it over to some of the Northeast historians, and we go through their neighborhood, usually into a bed and breakfast. That's going to be closed today, but we're going to go into a different house in Old Northeast, which will be fun. And then we finish up at the Vinoy, and we have their docent there give us a little tour.
I've been involved off and on a long time with St. Pete Preservation, so as I said, a couple years ago, after we kind of had the gap in the tours, we talked about let's start them up again, and I was interested in trying it out. Kai was interested, so we got started, one tour a month, and now we have it somewhere on Saturday.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to start with the beginning history. So Demons talks to Williams, and he says, I'm getting an offer to bring a railroad to this part of Florida. How much land would you give me if I brought the railroad to you? Well, Williams only owns 1,200 acres. He doesn't own 4 million acres, just 1,200 acres. But it's all over here on the east part of Point Pinellas. And Williams says, well, I'll give you 250 acres of really prime waterfront real estate. It's only 250 acres. Well, he doesn't care how many. 50,000 acres, 250 acres. 50,000 acres, 250. It's not much to figure out. But still, he goes back to Hamilton Diston and he says, I got another deal. Somebody else is offering me land too. How about you give me an extra 50,000 acres? So I'll have a total of 110,000. Why not? You can't grow without the railroad. Why don't you do it? And Hamilton Diston, he's no fool. He says, if that guy brings a railroad to Point Pinellas, I don't have to pay him a cent. He'll be close enough to me. We'll be able to make it work. And he says, go take your deal with the other guy. So Demons is kicking himself in the butt. He says, oh, well, I played that card wrong. And he comes back to Williams and he says, okay, I'll bring the railroad to you. When do you want it here? Williams says, bring it by 1888. And you have to build a pier and you have to build a hotel. That's part of the deal. And then you get 250 acres. So Demons gets his railroad here, makes it here on time, lots of struggles and difficulties getting it here. But he gets here in 1888. He's about 2 blocks away. He builds a railroad depot. Then he builds a little pier going out into the bay. And he builds the Detroit Hotel, which is our oldest structure right down here on the corner. We'll walk by that in a second. And then they plot out the downtown area, and that's when we get our grid pattern.
It's probably really different because each one of you has different strengths and different backgrounds, focuses, stuff like that.
Yeah, the tours. Somebody can come on a tour, and if it's a different set of us or different combination of us, I think the tours are different. And then there's the picture of John Williams with the very long beard, and usually has some comment about, I'm still trying to work on it, I'm getting there, but not quite.